they might still be here. But we can't blame the parents. We can't blame ourselves that stands amongst these moons, these candles. We got to blame our community. And when I say blame the community, because we only think about what happens to us. We never think about what happens to the next individual. And what causes this is a fact that we don't even need to take upon. We killing our brothers because we think our brothers is making more money than we making. We killing our brothers because he think he's tougher than I am, so I gotta get him before he get me. We killing our brothers because we don't even care about ourselves. But at the end of the day, when we get these young individuals, because like I said to these little brothers that night, I said, how can you consider yourself a part of something when we don't give consent for it? And those that call themselves leaders need to be ashamed of yourself if you're really not a leader to let something like this happen. If you're a leader and you're trying to pull somebody child in this fighting and teach them something different, you shouldn't be out here with them kids either.
All right, man.
If you call yourself a leader, as I told those kids to go back to school, you should have walked them to school and made sure they got there and made it back home to their mothers.
All right, now.
If you're a leader. At the same token, parents, we got a little fault on this too. Because if someone's not getting high, we might know where our children are at all times. But when we out here chasing that crack rock or that dope bag, we don't know where our children are. Or we out here chasing that fizzy or the next pill or the next experimental pill, we don't know where our children are. Because we're in bad shape more than they are. Some of the children are smarter than we are today because they're going to try the same thing that we try. When we think that our kids are not watching what we're doing, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I was on chat with NOC Moore 2 days ago, and I watched the thing coming about some stuff, and she said, yeah, I'm high. I'm like, you're high. She was just going and talking and talking. I'm like, you high, but you buying something now? What's going on? What you high off of? She said, an E-pill. I said, damn, y'all getting high off of pills too now, E-pills? I thought that was a lower drug than dope and crack. I mean, what are we going to do, family? The drugs are starting to overpower the minds of the people in general. In general. You know what I'm saying? Like, that brother with the crutches, he could come up here and he could tell you. Him, the one behind him, anybody else that stand up here, did I not tell y'all to go to school? Did I not tell y'all that night, I can't let these kids off the bus for 4 hours talking to them kids, freezing, in the rain. With one of their big brothers on the phone, we both telling them, get off the corners. What are you doing on the corners? Why are you wanting to be a part of a gang? Oh, because I want to be bad. Because you want to be bad? Ask another little brother, how old are you? 14. Why do you want to be part of a gang? Because I like hanging out till 3 in the morning. Where your mother at? Like, this is getting ridiculous. You really can't fault the gangs. You really can't fault too much of any organization if the parents don't know where their child is at all times. You got to fault your damn self. Fault your damn self. Because any gang is not bad. You got some good apples and you got bad apples. For example, the councils. You got some all good and one bad. And that's that brother right there, Razzle Rock. Out of all them bad apples, you got one good apple in that whole thing. And that one good apple gonna change Newark. That's something million right there. You gotta believe that. If you know anything like we know, you gonna follow that brother right there. Because at the end of the day, it could be you next.
Yeah, man, you're right.
And this is, come on, like, it's not even a whole month. From one block to the next block, what are we going to be down the street next? It makes no sense. Then we come out here, y'all act like y'all don't know what's going on. Oh, what are they doing? We out here to bring the awareness to the people, to the communities. Wake up. Clean up. Stand up. You can't do it when you holler in the corner. You can't do it if you think you're about to make $1 million, and by the time you make $1, you're going to the liquor store. How you going to get that million? But you complain about the white man. Now let's take it there. The white man going to look like a bum because he's stacking his money. The black man, we're going to look like we rich and we broke as hell. So you add it up. Stop hating on the white man and let's get the black man together. And as a parent, to come out here to something like this hurts my heart. It could have been my child. When my child go outside, he say, Mom, walking the dog. He out there more than 5 minutes. I'm looking for him. The whole neighborhood know my kids. If I don't find them, they bring them to me. So we all follow that chain and do it together. We won't have to be out here lighting candles, throwing up balloons. Because right now the balloons, the T-shirts, the candles making more money than we making. How can we pay for things that we don't even have the money for? As little as a candle that costs $1.59. We don't even have that. So family, like, start understanding where your children are. Make sure they go to school. The community needs to do it together. When I was younger, the next door neighbor, if we did something, we got our ass whooped by the neighbors. And listen, if that neighbor wasn't home and the next neighbor was there, that would whip our ass. And if the next one was home, we got our ass whooped by them. By the time mommy came back, we got more ass whipping. Not to mention when uncle and everybody else